damn, that Instagram thing almost gave me a heart attack. I'm like, how old is that girl? My wife's savage. Alright, so Mark Verrilli, I'm 42 years old. I've worked in human resources for 23 years. I work with some of the worst people in the world because they just fire people left and right. If you remember, there was a movie out about 10 years ago, starred George Clooney. It was called Up in the Air. Anybody remember that? Yeah. During that time, that's all I did. I flew around the country and I fired people. And I kid you not, a lot of fun. And I'd walk in and literally every time I'd walk in, the first person would say, "Are you the George Clooney?" And I'm like, obviously. The similarities are just, too many to count. But I'm actually between jobs now. Last year I broke my back, my lumbar spine, which is also as much fun as it sounds. My doctors missed it and went undiagnosed for 2 years. They thought I just herniated discs. So they're trying to give me epidurals and tons of opioids to try and manage the pain. And obviously that did not work. I finally had enough, went to see a surgeon, and he goes, we sat down, he looks at my scans, and he says, "Mark, there's no easy way to say this, but you've actually got a broken spine. There's a crack at the base of your lumbar spine, it's 4 inches long, and based on the bone calcification, it's at least 2 years old, so you've been walking around like this for a while." And I'm a sarcastic person by nature, so my first response to the doc immediately was, "Doc, you went to medical school, so I don't want to argue with you, but we've all got a crack at the base of our spine, it's called our ass." I got nothing. He just stared at me. So I learned that doctors do not get sarcasm. Also, I would like to say that there's another thing you can get from a health standpoint where people lose their bedside manner altogether. Nurses, doctors, whatever. I one time got pulmonary embolisms, which are basically blood clots that go into your lungs. And we discovered it. It had been going on for about a month. I go in. They say, "You need to not move because you've got blood clots all over both of your lungs. Anytime you ever feel chest pain, come back and see us. And you need to get a CAT scan done to make sure that it's not a clot going to your heart." And without fail, I ended up in the emergency room probably 10 times that year, and every time I go in and I'd say, "Yeah, here's what happened, here's why I'm here," and a nurse would say, "Oh, blood clots, the silent killer." I knew somebody that had that killer in her sleep. You never know what's coming, just takes you out. That's the good part about it. And my wife thought I was kidding when I used to tell the story, because I would drive myself to the ER, and then she came in one time, and without fail, the doctor came out, and he's like, "Oh, the silent killer, huh?" And I was like, "Son of a bitch, you weren't kidding." No? And she's like, "Well, when's it going to silently kill you?" All right, thanks, babe. So opioids, there is an opioid crisis in this country. I talked about them, and I was on Percocet for 2.5 years. I would take anywhere from 8 to 10 Percocet every day, and that went on for a long time. I had to function doing my job in human resources, so it made the days a little more fun. And I don't miss the broken back. I really miss the Percocet. And it's funny, nowadays you can't get it from anybody. So I've been off it since March, which is great because you do get addicted to that stuff, and I lived on it. And recently I had a wisdom tooth pulled, I had a high ankle sprain, and every time I got hurt or went to the doctor, none of them would give me opioids. To me that's the crisis, because I needed opioids. So you can't go to CVS, because CVS is like you need a prescription. So, what do you call it? What I would do is I would go to my own special pharmacy. And that was also, it's not CVS, but it was MADH, which is Mom and Dad's house. Because they're old and they get all the pills they want. So I'd go there with my little shopping bag, and I open the medicine cabinet, and there's Klonopin, I'll take a couple of those, keep them asleep. There's Tramadol, which isn't quite Percocet, but it's a painkiller, so I'll take like 20 of those. Just keep going through, and I pay them in hugs. Say, "Hey, it's good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad I was able to stop by and add some light to your otherwise pointless and dark lives." And it is what it is. But recently, I think I've discovered how to, and now I'm going to take a complete left turn. I've discovered how to cure all the hate in the world. And that was because I had an old friend of mine from way back when, Sunday school I used to know her from, and we're still connected on Facebook, as you are with old friends. And she's a tour manager for the Beach Boys. She goes on tour with them, and she does the shows and everything. She said, "We're coming to Atlantic City. Do you want to come? I'll hook you and your wife and your daughters, they're 18 and 16, come on out to the show." So I said, "Great. We've got to go backstage. We've got some of the Beach Boys." And I say this can cure all the hate in the world, because I've never seen so many old people lose their shit when the Beach Boys came out and started singing. I had this grandma next to me, and she had those big meat hooks, like the old ladies with like the heavy duty, the turkey fat under the arms, and she hit me like 5 times during the show, and they're losing it, and it's like Disneyland for old people. Instead of strollers and baby bottles, there's wheelchairs. There's wheelchairs and there's pill bottles. But they were having such a great time. There was a lot of white people dancing, doing the finger snaps and the knees, and they're rocking. Every Beach Boys song. And we just had such a fantastic time. And I thought, if everyone could get together and hear "Help Me, Rhonda." You want Rhonda to help? When they said "Don't Worry, Baby" and they sung it, I really felt it. I wasn't worried. My kids loved it. I loved it. We all loved it. It was a good time. If everybody could get together and see the Beach Boys, I think we'd all be a happier planet. So I will leave you on that thought. And with one last thing, coming out of high school, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I went to a wrestling school, and that championship belt, I want that goddamn thing.